Hello, I'm Paula Priest, your National Account Manager from Foundation Home Loans. Today I wanted to talk to you about the buy-to-let and limited company lending landscape. During the next 10 minutes, we will look at the buy-to-let industry and changes that have impacted over the past 5 years. I will give you an insight into Foundation Home Loans and how we can help you and your customers and discuss the opportunities for us all in this area. First of all, a bit about us. We are both a buy-to-let and a residential lender. And even though we have only been operating as Foundation Home Loans since 2015, we have been lending since 1988. We employ a team of over 200 people and our head office is based in Bracknell. To start with, I think it would be good to look back over the past 5 years and the changes that have impacted the buy-to-let market. Let's start with the introduction of the 3% stamp duty that was introduced by George Osborne, implemented to slow down the relentless rise in house prices. Many commentators blame buy-to-let landlords in particularly for pushing up property values and squeezing first-time buyers out the market. This also had a massive effect on the let-to-buy market, and it meant that people were looking to sell their properties before making their onward residential purchase, slowing down the housing market. The PRA guidelines were introduced for lenders in order for us to consider how we were assessing portfolio business and the stress rates that we should be using in the background. All the same time, tax relief changes came in that would change how landlords were paying tax on their buy-to-lets. This change has seen many dinner party landlords exit the market altogether. However, the professional landlords have come into their own. Many are buying property through limited companies which have tax advantages, particularly for high-rate taxpayers. In order to obtain higher returns, landlords have sought to diversify their portfolios to increase rental yields by investing in HMOs, MUBs and short-term lets. So what has been the outcome? Well, if we look back over the past 12 years, we can see that at its peak in 2007, we were writing around £46 billion worth of business. This was impacted massively by the credit crunch, and slowly we saw a rapid decrease in volumes as lenders exited the market and finance became much harder to obtain. As you can see, it took a number of years to get the lending in this area back into the late 30 billions, peaking more latterly in 2016 at 40 billion when landlords were looking to make purchases urgently to avoid the 3% stamp duty. If we look at the current anticipated volumes for 2019, most of this 36 billion will be made up of remortgage business in the region of about 80%, with only 20% being purchase business. As we have already mentioned, the PRA guidelines force lenders to look at how access buy-to-let portfolios in the background for affordability. This has meant that many of those landlords have looked to 5-year products. In fact, at Foundation, we see 78% of buy-to-let business submitted on a 5-year fixed rate and only 21% on a 2-year fixed rate. So what impact have we seen at Foundation over the past few years? Well, if we look back to 2015, nearly 7% of purchase applications that came to us were purchased as limited company. Now in 2019, this figure has increased to 49%. If we then take this further and look at the total overall business we receive for buy-to-let, nearly 72% of overall buy-to-let applications, purchase and remortgage, come to us through a limited company. So where do Foundation come into their own? Will 76% of landlords use a broker to place their business? Foundation only distribute through intermediaries, so brokers wishing to access our products need to speak to you. This is a great opportunity for you to communicate to your client base and forge relationships with specialist lenders alike. So how can we help you? I'm going to talk to you now through our areas of expertise, which will include portfolio lending, limited companies, HMOs, MUBs and short-term lets. The main highlights at Foundation are that we do not have a minimum income or a minimum time of employment or self-employment. We just need to evidence 1 month's salary going into the bank account, or if self-employed, 3 months' payments. We have no limit on the size of the background portfolio, and we can accept portfolios at Foundation up to £3 million. We can lend up to 80% loan to value with a maximum loan size of £1.5 million, and we have no maximum age for limited company applicants, and we don't discriminate against DSS tenants. We can accept up to 4 directors, and as I've said, we have no minimum age for limited company directors, so we can assist some of those mortgage prisoners. We also lend to expats on a limited company basis. We make it very easy for both you and your customers to place business with us. We do not require business plans, cash statements or asset and liability statements. If there is a portfolio of 10 or more properties, we will complete the keen for you. You just have to send us the spreadsheet. Once we assess your clients for a portfolio, they can add to that portfolio at any time in the next 6 months without further underwriting. We also have a bespoke stress test when assessing the client's background portfolio, so please do speak to us. So where is the opportunity for you? Get to know how specialist lenders can help you, get to know their unique selling points, build relationships with landlords through estate agents, accountants and business networking. 24% of landlords are placing business direct to the lender and they're not receiving expert advice. This is a greater need for specialist advice, and landlords cannot access these products or know the criteria of intermediary-only lenders. They do not understand how different lenders access their background portfolios and the various niches. We have a direct field-based sales team as well as telephone BDMs that are waiting to help you. We give you direct access to the underwriter, so we put no barriers up in your way for communicating with us. Please go to our website www.foundationhomeloans.co.uk and register with us today. Make an appointment with your local regional account manager. Their details can be found on our website, or email me directly at paula.priest@foundationhomeloans.co.uk. Thank you for your time.